Hello. Today we're going to do a neighborhood tour in Longmeadow, Massachusetts. And on these tours, we've been learning who made the neighborhoods and what kind of houses they have. And today we're going to do one called Kibbe Tract West. And it was platted out by Clifford Kibbe in the 1920s and includes two streets, Ellington Street and Farmers Street. We're going to do the tract between Laurel Street and Longmeadow Street, and we're going to go down Farmington and come back on to Ellington. And we're going to see how it was made. And now it's very straight, so right away you know that it was not made by the Olmsted brothers. Okay, now on these kinds of streets, you're looking for different kinds of houses, and we see one right away on the right hand side. It's a bungalow. A bungalow, it could be 1 or 2 stories high. This one's 2 stories with an attic on the top floor, made with brick. And you can tell a bungalow whether it's 1 or 2 stories by the very heavy porch columns. And these are extremely heavy. And it was a very popular style in the 1910s and 1920s. And on this street, you see a very limited few or more of these bungalows, but you're mostly going to see colonials. Okay, so there's a colonial house next, and then you're going to see many colonials in a row, and then some Tudor revivals. Okay, so off to our right hand side, you're seeing a Tudor revival. That's a house that looks like the Elizabethan style house with the vertical elements coming down, especially on the second floor. And it has a brick facade on the first floor. So that style also became very popular in the 1910s, 1920s. And so you can tell when the street was made, 1910s, 1920s for sure. It also happens to be a very bumpy street, so sorry about that. But here, the next house here is another neo-Tudor again, and then the one sharp right is also neo-Tudor. This neighborhood is only 2 side streets compared to other neighborhoods which are much longer. Okay, and you can see on your right hand side a neo-colonial, right? And then on the left hand side there's a couple of brick houses. The first one on the left that we see is a craftsman style house made into a colonial style. Alright, and you can see one on the left hand side further up, white with very original dormers to it. Alright, that's probably also a craftsman style made to look very unique. That's for sure. Then there's a bungalow. So there's a lot of bungalows in this neighborhood. You can tell them again by the very heavy porch columns coming downwards. This one's not quite as heavy as the first one, which came all the way down from the second floor downwards. Okay, and then we see a gorgeous neo-Tudor on the right hand side with light blue paint on it. And looks quite nice the way that they made it. It's in the colonial neo-Georgian style. Okay, we're coming to the end of what part we want to cover, and in this section here, I want to show you one more neo-Tudor house, and that's on the left-hand side. It's a gorgeous neo-Tudor house with different kinds of elements, not as many vertical lines, but it does have beautiful windows on it, nice cross panels. So it's quite gorgeous. And then you can see another one ever crossing by. So this street is filled with some gorgeous houses. And the street continues on the other side of the street. Both of them do. And so you get more of the same. So thank you very much for this little sub-neighborhood.